All right, here we are. This is another episode of the Live Your Dreams podcast. We are very excited today to have on an incredible guest. I mean, not only is this man one of the most interesting, intelligent people we both know, he is so well-versed in every discipline he approaches. He's an incredible executive producer who most recently worked on the great film Lansky. Yes. He is also the very proud entrepreneur and owner of Move Jiu-Jitsu down in Eatontown, New Jersey. Really, I know you guys are in for a great show. Chris, what do you think about this guy? I mean, he's incredible.
Oh, I can't say enough good about him. He's an amazing guy who I love, and I call a brother, just like yourself.
Well, that's the best way you can introduce him. Please say hello to Mr. Russ Terlecki.
How you doing, all?
Well, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. I've known Chris for
A long time.
very long time, and I told him earlier. I said it's just like a beautiful feeling to be here. I'm very thankful, grateful, and I literally feel the love. That's great. Nice man, a beautiful man.
Yeah, isn't he? I mean, really. I mean, it just radiates. You can feel his energy when you're around him. He really cares about people. It's a rarity, especially
He truly does.
right? Especially in the entertainment business.
Yeah.
Very rare to meet people like Chris.
Yeah,
Get what I mean?
yes, I've been in the entertainment business for a long time, and there's a lot of sharks in those waters.
And before that, Wall Street, which is kind
I think I or God or whomever, what my path, my journey has challenged me. They say you choose your path, so you choose your path with God, and I have chosen every difficult business and entrepreneurial venture that you can come across. Restaurants, clubs in New York City.
Yeah, take us back to where it all started.
Seriously, yeah, please do.
Met in Manhattan.
Yes, we met in Manhattan, but I mean, we're gonna go all over.
Let's start from the genesis of right at the beginning.
Really funny is I was just listening to my buddy sent me a YouTube video on John Gray.
Sure, okay.
You know Jonathan Gray?
I know Alex Gray, the artist.
No, John Gray is a preacher.
Okay,
But first time I ever listened to him.
Sure.
I don't know how much we want to really, because I just listened to him once, but he really beautiful. He was talking about Genesis,
there you go.
how the Garden of Eden is where that's our little space to connect with God. We have to do that all the time. We have to make choices from that beautiful space that we hold for God and ourselves.
Absolutely.
And we have to make the right decisions from there. As we spoke about just like minutes ago as well, the dark and the light, the good and the evil, we choose it. We choose the good path or the bad path. We choose to go out and drink and drug, or we choose to, go to the gym and go for a walk in the woods, or go for a swim in the ocean on the beach. So we choose goodness and we choose evil.
I always like to hear the people who reinvented themselves, which you did quite a lot. They wrote an article about me years ago. I've had different jobs, different careers. You've had, I think, even more than me. But starting back from when I met you, I mean, after Wall Street, getting into the business with the production, I mean, that was an interesting journey. And what made you go from there to here? And then maybe you could tell us a little about that journey.
Wall Street to Phil?
Wall Street to where you are now, yes.
Okay, we can start.
Yes.
Let's start from college, because that's kind of where the stories began.
Sure.
So I went to college. I didn't want to go. My mother put it's very important to have good guidance in your life, and I am fortunate enough to have a beautiful mother and father that I love very much, Bob and Lois. Just to let those vibrations go out there so that everybody
Absolutely
can hear that. And words are vibrations and frequencies, and when we send that out there to the universe, everyone hears it. So this show is very important because of that, because we're sending our vibrations and our frequencies out to everyone, and we are coming from the heart. And whenever you come from the heart, it comes back to you.
Very well put. Everybody should listeners, believe in that, because that is knowledge right there for everybody who's a dreamer. Because so many people that are ambitious, I think, go about it the wrong way at the beginning. They're very aggressive. They want to take it really quickly, and that's just the nature.
They want to go after it because of what we're taught in our society, which is the matrix. Everything's created. Money is created, business is created, economy is created, and all these things are created because they're unfortunately, since the Roman Empire and probably prior, we only know what's been the history that's been given to us. So they've been controlling society with money, with religion, with business, with militaries from the very, very beginning. So we can't get stuck up in the matrix. We can't get stuck up. They can't allow that to control us. So I never let it control me. When I was even prior to college, all my thoughts my whole life have been Buddhist in nature, and I've been pretty solid. I don't want to be controlled by any kind of entity. I want to have my beautiful connection that I have with God and allow my journey to unfold with God. And that's what I did. My whole life, I've been like that. I was like, I never was dead. When I was 10 years old, I would tell people that, and they would look at me like I was crazy. And I'm like, no, I've never been dead. I've always been alive. And those are Buddhist thoughts.
Sure.
And since then, I've gone deep into study of all religions and all, occult knowledge. And then I went deep into science, and I went deep into quantum physics, and I went deep into, I love this guy. His name is Santos Bonacci, and he's a syncretist. Okay. What he's done is put all these areas that I just mentioned together, and once you do study all of those religions, occult knowledge, science, quantum physics, then you get a really good understanding, and you see where all the dots connect.
Yes.
And that's when you have clarity, and you start to see truth, or at least we can never get 100% truth, as we all know, because we are not sitting up on the throne with God, but we get really close to it. And I know through meditation that I'm able to really connect with that energy source that we call God, which is an electrical energy source.
I knew it's something I liked about you, because you're one of the few people I kept in contact with back in the 90s.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of amazing that you've made these changes. I never knew you always had that as a foundation.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people don't know that about most people, like we don't know the deeper inner workings of everyone.
Each other.
I've been learning about you lately, a lot about you. And, Chris is now, taking some of my words, and he's talking better now, because everything matters. What we put into this body matters, whether it's food or thoughts or beliefs. Like, it's all extremely important to our connection with God and to our journey and we are here to raise our level of frequency and vibration. And then we can move into other dimensions.
That's yes.
We are multidimensional beings, and we cannot move into those other dimensions unless we raise our frequency and our vibration. So it's extremely important for us to, like I've been telling Chris, meet people that are killing meat and then putting chemicals into the meat and preservatives into the meat.
Yeah.
And then individuals are consuming that. You're consuming not only the death of that animal, because it then has a very low vibrational frequency, and you download that into your body, and then you have to work that negative frequency out of you, because you're dealing with chemicals, preservatives, and negative energy that you have to then get out of your body. Otherwise, it's going to start to hurt you. And also, the acidity that it creates in your body. Acidosis is the cause of all disease. All disease is caused by acidosis, because acidosis causes your body to create mucus in the body to push out the toxins through the lymphatic system. Mm-hmm. And if it doesn't get pushed out, and you're eating meat every day, you're eating things that are bad every day, what happens? It gets clogged up inside of you. And then your body creates mucus to get rid of it. Mm. And the mucus, if it can't get rid of it all, starts to harden. Wow. There we go. So the root cause of the problem wasn't, all these things that they make up, at the doctor's office. No, it's actually what the person was eating, what they were consuming thought-wise, what they were consuming in the air, or in the water, the fluoride in the water. These are all negative things.
That's really incredible knowledge for everybody listening. Now, say our young listeners that are coming into to a craft or following their dream, entrepreneurs, people that are getting new into Wall Street or entertainment business. Did you find it difficult at the beginning of your journey to push those thoughts forward? Did you feel like it was part of you to maybe conform, or for people that are becoming conformist, how do they break out of that? What advice would you give them to say, step away from what everybody's trying to tell you to do?
When I went to Wall Street, everybody was telling me, what are you doing here? Literally. They would look at me and they're like, you don't belong here. They literally told me, you don't belong here. You're too nice. What are you doing in New York City? And I was saying, what are they talking about? And then through the journey, through the process, I learned. But I had to learn through the darkness. I worked for the number one guy on Wall Street or whatever. Anyway, I love him. Good man. His name is Al Palagonia. So I got thrown into the fire. We'll go back to college. So college, I wrestled and played soccer. And one of my wrestling buddies said to me, I was going to be a physical therapist. So I took all the classes to be, I had a bio minor and a corporate fitness major, and I was accepted to a number of physical therapy graduate schools. I didn't go because my buddy said, hey, why don't you go check out Wall Street? My buddy Richie is, he's doing really well in, the Matrix. He sucked.
Yeah.
I was cooked by the devil. So Wall Street, buddy, and there you go. There, and then that's what it was. It was all like the devil, literally the devil. Mm-hmm. I'm not a big believer in that, and I'm more of a believer in good and evil.
Sure,
but just because I'm big on that. Like, there's many dogmatic religions that promote certain things. First off, I'm all about division, not about division. That's what the Matrix tries to do. That's what dogma tries to do. Tries to disconnect us from each other when we're all just shadows of God, all just, expressions of God, of light, because that's what it is. We're light being, that we're all expressions from the main source of the light, which is God. But anyway, here I am on Wall Street, sitting front row at the Knicks games with Spike Lee and Al, because Al, those were his seats.
Yeah.
So I was like, I sat 4 rows in back of him, but I was like right there. So and I was in back of and then he had other seats in back of one of the baskets. And then all of his guys are like, running to get his 8 cars. He had Lamborghinis and this. So talk about being able to see the Matrix, and then all the other things that happen on Wall Street. The drugs, the hookers, the taking out of clients every night.
Yeah.
These are very dark paths that a lot of these individuals have to go. Well, they do go through, and most of them don't get out of that mindset and that path. A lot of them do, though, as well. And I'm very thankful and grateful that a lot of the people that I was with, even my buddy Al, he's doing great in life right now, and I'm very happy for him.
That's right.
But he did go down a dark path. And I watched very dark paths go down, and I watched people not be able to come back from that. People that died from too many drugs, people that died from drinking too many, taking clients out every night, they become alcoholics.
Yeah.
And that's a dark path that leads to the connection with the wrong guy.
Yeah.
Not that guy, and it's not a guy in the sky. We know. I want to say something on that.
Please do. Please.
Electrical energy source that we all call God is the light or unconditional love.
Yes.
It's unconditional love. What I've learned from studying Taoism, Buddhism, Catholicism, Christianity, Judaism, reading from the Torah, reading from the Bible, Old Testament, New Testament. What I have learned in reading the Bhagavad Gita and Hinduism and the Vedic teachings, one line through all of them: unconditional love, and in connecting to the heart and mind. We as a society are not living in that way right now. Everybody is living through their lower loins, their carnal knowledge. They are all stuck up in this man-made belief that we're supposed to have money, buy a house, get a car, have a watch, all these things that mean nothing. They're all things that are outside of us. The only thing that really matters is that we're here to connect to oneself through meditation, through these temples. The temples don't exist that you go. Those temples that we all go to, they're some of them are really good, and some of them really they come from the heart. But what we need to do is connect to ourselves and connect to our technology, the most beautiful technology ever created by God. That's what we need to connect to. And through all these negative things that happen in my life, that's where it has led me. So I'm sorry I keep jumping.
No. Come on.
I keep jumping towards the relationship I have with God because it's become so strong.
Sure.
I told Chris that I meditated for 2 hours this morning, and I vibrated with God for 2 hours.
Yeah.
But I do that every day. Every day I meditate in the morning, I meditate at night, and pretty much if I'm driving or even sometimes when I'm in a conversation, I find myself meditating and just, I go into that meditative state where I'm kind of just.
For listeners that don't have that inner peace yet, right, that are trying to find it, what's the first step? Because you're very connected to the spiritual side, to the understanding of the world, to the energy. Yeah, no, but what is it that gets them there? Like, it's the first time you say, I'm going to sit down and meditate, right? You've never done it. It must be very hard. I mean, it must be kind of self-conscious thoughts. Maybe, oh, please, go ahead.
Your thoughts become your reality.
There it is.
You need to control the mind. Most people cannot because they're living through the matrix, which is telling everybody to go out, drink, party. Why do we have to go out and drink and party? Why don't we go to the beach and go for a run? Why don't we go in the woods and go for a hike? Why don't we go out and instead of going out for drinks, let's go out for herbal tea with no caffeine in it.
Sure.
Sugar is more addictive than heroin.
Yeah.
Sugar is a major problem in our society. And why aren't all these doctors talking about that? Why are they hitting people up with vaccines that are toxic to the human body, that it's not created by God? That's the big problem I have with our society as well, is that we as a society are believing in pharmaceutical companies instead of God.
Yeah.
Hello? You're going to believe in a vaccine over, how about we don't do something like that is causing the problem that you're getting that vaccine from? For, there's many, the body heals itself. The body was created with the best technology ever created by the creator. So I don't understand the mindset, and the reason why, I'll go back to dimensions and the vibrations and the frequency.
Yeah.
The reason why an individual that's drinking and drugging and doing all these bad things and eating improperly every day and getting those negative frequencies in them, they can't understand another dimension, which is higher. It's a higher way of thinking.
Yes.
And if you're thinking with love, unconditional love, goodness, those are, like people say in society, those are good vibes. But they're also ways of reaching other levels of thought process and dimensions. When you're down here, you think like them. And everybody's thinking like that. Everybody's down here thinking like, out tonight, let's go out and get laid. Let's go out and do this. Well, none of that's building your relationship with the creator. And none of that is raising your level of vibration and frequency. So I would say choices are a big part of, we have a choice to go a good path or a bad path.
So leaving Wall Street was a good choice for you.
In retrospect,
yes.
I think it was a beautiful choice that I was there because I was led there for a reason.
Okay.
I was led there to see the purpose of my life, and I needed to understand more of this physical plane and how it was working, and that showed me exactly how this world was working. I brought pharmaceutical companies public. I'm able to look at reality a lot better now because I was literally thrown into the fire. And they said, here you go, young boys from college, from Hamilton, New Jersey. You're going to get thrown into Wall Street with all these guys with millions of dollars. Al was making $1 million a month at that time. And I'm running around with all these guys, and we had every celebrity, which that's another thing that they use to control society with celebrity.
But then you get out of that business, and you get into the film business.
They're hard. Another artist of the Titanic went from one artist with another artist. I really wanted to learn a lot of lessons. My journey was meant to learn. I'm here to learn a lot of lessons. I want to know the truth. I want to raise my frequency and vibration to the highest frequency and vibration I can. And I want to be one with God. I want to, Metatron's cube is okay. Yeah. Metatron's cube is the highest archangel that lived. And he was able to stand next to God. And all the other angels had to sit next to God.
Yes. Yeah.
So also they say that he could have been Michael, the archangel Michael. And they also use that symbol for protection and goodness.
Sure.
Which there's so many things to talk about, but I had a company called Move Sportswear.
Okay.
This is Move Jiu-Jitsu.
Yes.
And that's why I started this, because we started Move Jiu-Jitsu, and it was something that I came up with the name and the concept. And the concept was bringing positivity to sports on my clothing and off the clothing.
It's great.
So I did that before all this craziness in the world happened.
Yeah.
And I was trying to bring positivity to the world. I think it was sparked also though through my divorce. But everything happens for a reason.
Everything. Yeah.
That moved me into wanting to just spread positive word throughout the world, because I wasn't, there was negativity going on in my family life, and my children, who I love dearly, were, we weren't having the best relationship. And look, we have to live in the now, and I don't ever want to speak about anybody negatively, but to say the truth. The truth is that they were being manipulated in a way mentally.
Yeah.
And look, God bless her, my ex, and God bless my children. And maybe they needed to learn a lesson. So the biggest lesson I had to learn in my life, by the way, was that I had to learn how to let go of control.
Yeah.
I don't control my children. You're not going to control your children.
No. Yeah.
We don't control them. And I never wanted to control them. I wanted to give them love and guide them.
Yes.
And my mother always said, love, guidance, and wings. She's a beautiful woman.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
And that's that. She provides me with that to this very day. But she's still there.
No, that's, really, what people need to listen to, and what was beautiful about that is the first step comes down to what you said at the beginning, choice. That's a hard reality for people to actually accept, because they have to accept responsibility for the choice they make. That's huge.
Yes, we are responsible for every choice that we make. We can't blame it on anyone else. They say that we call it all in. You know that, right? Like we call in everything that happens to us in our life. We have subconscious. Our subconscious is very powerful. Yes. And the powers that be know that. So they try to manipulate our subconscious to doing what they want us to do. But we have to be the watchers of that subconscious, and we have to train ourselves to think properly, to think positively, like Move Sportswear is going to do, because I'm not done with that. But we have to train ourselves to think positively and put good thoughts into our head. And when there's a bad thought, transmute it into a good thought.
Yes.
So, and this takes work. And I've been working at this over time. And I've done a lot of study. Like I literally study 2 to 5 hours a day. I watch videos and podcasts like this. So thank you very much for giving me a stage to speak to the world, because I just love spreading good, positive information that, hey, you might not think it's 100% truth, and that's okay. That's okay. I've lived a lot. I've had a lot of experience, and you're going to hear more of if I haven't get to it. But through these, I love this book written by Walter Russell in 1927 called The Universal One. And he says you truly don't know. Like the mind is just a recorder of the five senses.
Huh.
And the brain. The brain is just a recorder of the five senses. The mind is actually knowing. And it's only knowing until we connect it with God, the electrical force of God. And the electricity comes from the sun, and the magnetism comes from the earth. And we're conductors. We are the conductors. We are electromagnetic. And we create what happens on this physical plane.
Yes.
Through our electrical intentions of the mind. And the heart is a torus field. And it brings back all that energy that we're putting out there into the universe. It comes back to us. And then through action, through they say head, hand, and hearts. Head, hand, and heart. Through the hands or action, we go out and we make things happen. So through our electrical thoughts, our heart, the emotions of the heart, and the actions that we go out there into the world with, we can manifest whatever we want into reality on the physical plane. We create our own matter. All men are capable of this, but we need to be aware of that. So we might have negative thoughts, and those negative thoughts become our reality. We might have positive thoughts. Those positive thoughts will become our reality. So our thoughts become our reality, and you need to know that. You need to control all those actions, emotions, and thoughts that are going on within you.
Are you kidding? That is amazing. As beautifully put as you could. And remember, everybody, like you said at the beginning, this is not something that happens overnight.
No.
Everybody's looking for very quick results.
No, you have to have the experience. Like I said, you have to I didn't finish that statement. You have to have the actual experience.
Yes.
And connect it with God, and connect it with yourself and your heart, and then you become knowing. Then you become knowing, and then you know your connection with God as well. Most people think because they go to church, they're God-fearing, or they go to temple, or they go No, you have to walk the walk, talk the talk. You have to truly connect with it, and I didn't do that my whole life, and that's why I know that I'm doing it now. Because I didn't do it my whole life.
Exactly. Yeah.
But now I've learned the ways. I've done a lot of study, and I've done a lot of personal development. I've looked at my shadows. I've looked at the negative things that I was doing in my life, and one by one, I started cutting them out.
Yeah.
Cut out the alcohol.
Yeah.
I never really did drugs my whole life. Never. But one thing that I could say, Wall Street, and then after that went to the film business. After that, I went to the nightlife business in New York City. You want to add another one that I had?
Jumping right.
Then I owned a tequila brand. I mean, you hold on. It's crazy. So trust me, I have seen the darkness from every corner, every nook and cranny of this planet. I've seen the darkness. So, and I knew where I didn't want to go. I always knew I was strong enough and had the mind control not to do these things. Yes, there was one summer, I'll tell you, there was one summer that I did ecstasy. It was like, and that was my only real experience with a harder drug.
Sure, yeah.
Pot when I was a kid, but I never liked weed. And alcohol, I drank for years, but I never really.
Sure, yeah.
I was still in control. I was very big on controlling myself, and the next day I would go out and run 5 miles. Play soccer. I've kept in shape my whole life. I've kept connected to sports, which just sports in general are a form of meditation. You put yourself in the now.
Sure. Yeah.
That's why I love jiu-jitsu. I own a jiu-jitsu school, and I've been doing jiu-jitsu since 1994. Prior to that was wrestling and soccer my whole life.
Sure.
And I got to say, can I say, this is the Living Your Dreams?
Yeah.
The name of this podcast is Living Your Dreams.
Live your dreams.
Live your dreams.
Mm-hmm.
So my whole life I've lived my dream.
I love that. That's beautiful.
Literally. I always put it in my mind what I wanted to do and who I wanted to be and how and I didn't know how exactly I was going to get there. But I literally, when I was a child, said, I want to be really good at soccer. I want to be really good at wrestling. Well, in college, I took second in the country in both sports in 1991. I was an All-American wrestler and soccer player, played at very high levels, played on the regional U.S. national team and obviously teams in New Jersey. So every time I put my mind to something, I achieved pretty high accolades, whatever that was. And that's not being egotistical. I have slayed the dragon. That's another big thing.
Yeah.
That's another, the Matrix. The Matrix is, that's how they control us, through the egoic mindset. And we as individuals, as humans on this planet, we need to slay the dragon, which is the ego. We need to control the dragon. We need to control the ego. And it's very difficult for most because they are very much attracted to money, drugs, sex.
Yep.
These are all very low vibratory frequencies that the man is, and the woman both are very, the masculine and the feminine, which, the 7 Hermetic principles are very important, and all religions pretty much are based off them. They're immutable laws created by God.
Sure.
And you should know that. We should list them on the show.
Yeah.
But that is one of, gender is one of them, which is masculine and feminine energies, and you have to balance them. Everything's about balance.
Yeah.
Everything's about balance. Actually, Walter Russell said that if he had to describe God, it would be one word. If he had one word, it would be balance. If it was 2 words, it would be interchange. If it was 3 words, it would be rhythmic, balanced interchange.
Yeah.
And I truly believe that.
So, yeah, no. I'm getting
on to something.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Back to the wrestling, though. Didn't you in Jiu-Jitsu, they also recently won a championship, 2017 or so?
As I said, when I put my mind to something, I told my children that I'm going to be a world champion because I wanted to prove something to them. I said, I'm going to be a world champion next year. And I told everybody, I had a meeting. I work in real estate as well.
Yeah.
After all those other things that I mentioned. In New York City for 6 years, I started my career with Sotheby's. But anyway, and then I was in Rumson for 6 years doing real estate. But I said to my office, I said, I'm going to be a world champion this year. And I put that vibration, that frequency out into the world. I put it in my mind. I put it in my intentions. I put it in my work ethic. Because I went out there and I worked my butt off and I worked hard to achieve what I achieved. And I was a world champion, 2017, a purple belt Masters world champion, IBJJF world champion, which is the International Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Federation. And then last year at black belt, I took 3rd in the world at the Masters Worlds.
That's congratulations. That's incredible. And it goes to show when you put the focus and the work ethic and your mindset to something, you can accomplish it.
Correct.
You are living proof of that in all the endeavors you have done.
Your thoughts become your reality.
100%.
And if you truly believe it with your heart and visualize it, it will happen.
That is for dreamers. That is the way to executing the dream. Because not enough people who have a dream actually go out there to actually try to make it happen.
Believe in your dream and believe that it's already happened.
I love it.
Don't pray for it. Don't say, God, please give me this, because you know what that's telling God? That you lack something. You don't have any lack.
Yep.
We don't have any lack as humans. We have no lack. We have everything. Have your beautiful connection with God, and God will provide you with whatever you need. But you have to believe in yourself, and you have to believe in the energy source that we call God.
I actually said that this morning. I was walking the boardwalk, which I do every morning before I come to work. I told my friend, everyone's waiting for the second coming of Christ.
He's never coming.
He's here. He's there. Here you go. Every the hell is it in the edge? You'll make a new conscious choice. Do the right thing.
Yes. Seriously, heaven and hell is within you.
Yes.
And you make the choice.
Again, choice.
Yeah.
So many people are not willing to do it. They're afraid. They're conditioned not to.
In everybody's defense, we are led astray.
It's true. Yeah.
By the forces of darkness. How the dark energy on this planet works. They try to control us with fear. But guess what, everyone? We don't ever die. We have all the control within us. Let go of all those fears, let go of all those thought processes, and just think positively and know that we're infinite beings.
Yes.
Living an avatar life on this physical plane and these avatar bodies. Yeah, we may lose this avatar body, this flesh that we were given by God, but guess what? You will live forever because you're an infinite soul, an infinite spirit that lives forever and ever. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. And we have always been and always will be. So do not let any teaching, dogmatic teaching of religion or government ever change you.
Yes.
You are a divine being. You are an expression of light and God. So, I don't mean to put this, make this into a sermon, and I'm not Catholic or Christian or any of that. I am a syncretist of anything. I've studied all religions, and all religions point to everything that I'm talking about right now, because they're all coming from the heart, coming from unconditional love, and coming to a connection with a beautiful energy source that has all the knowledge. There's something that when I meditate, I connect to what's called the Akashic Records. Nikola Tesla.
Sure. Yeah.
All of his inventions he said that they were downloaded. That's how you download information. He was a vegetarian or a vegan, which I don't like putting labels on anything. I eat similarly. They call us fruitarians if you eat mostly fruit, and that's what I mostly eat is fruit and veggies, because it has vibratory energy and it doesn't have the negative energy and frequency from all these other man-made things that are made in a box or a bag, or things that were destroyed by man,
Sure.
the hand or gun of man. Those things bring negative energy towards us. Stay away from those things. We have to. But with Nikola Tesla, he downloaded this information from the Akashic Records. The Akashic Records is just the energy source we call God, and all the information that we obtain on this physical plane, we send back. We have all that knowledge we're gaining here on the physical plane, and we send in our avatar body, and we send back that information to the universal consciousness that then grows from our experience. Each and every one of us are here for a reason.
Yes.
Every single one of us. That's why when we treat somebody improperly, we're treating ourselves improperly.
Yeah.
Because this is one universal consciousness that we're living amongst. And we need to understand that. Most people do not understand that. And we're never taught that. And that is because of the dogmatic religions. They hide it from us in the Roman Empire because they've been controlling for 5,000 years.
Yes.
And they still are. That's what the Federal Reserve and the central banking systems are. They are controlling us with money and religion and military and telling us, don't you do that, because we got a military. Yeah. And we got cops.
Yeah.
So, that's what they do. They create fear in the hearts of the man, and then the man is then controlled by the matrix.
Yeah.
And it's sad because we can be living a free, sovereign, beautiful life on this plane. And guys, think about this. Seriously, I've always said this since I'm a kid. We can live any way we want on this planet. Any way we want. Why are we living like we're living? Money's money's created.
Yeah.
So create tennis courts everywhere. Create pickleball pools everywhere. Create everything that everybody loves.
Yeah.
And use lawns everywhere. Everybody can have a form.
And you're the barter system.
And barter.
Right? There's no reason to exchange money. We can exchange services.
Exactly. We can have easily sustain life on this planet without money. What's the big deal about money? It's only there so that they can control people, and they can do things the way they want to do. And I'm sorry, that's not God. That's a dark energy force. That's egoic. That's all ego.
You're 100%.
And I'm sorry, I don't want that. I don't want that, and I hope that others don't want that, because I want everybody to express themselves the way they want to express themselves, as long as it's in a respectful, honorable way. And that's why jiu-jitsu is a metaphor for life. That's what we do on the mats. It's all about respect and honor and treating yourself good and treating others good. We want you to do good on the mat because I want to do good on the mat. I want a good training partner.
Yeah.
So we help each other. And that's like a metaphor for life. We gotta help each other create a beautiful atmosphere, environment, life for all of us. Help each other in life. Why not? I don't want to hurt anybody.
Now, one thing I noticed with doing martial arts from young as well, every martial artist I know, because they know how to fight, they're not aggressive. They're the kindest people. It's the people that don't know how to fight who are the ones that,
Well,
they start fights.
because they fight with their ego.
Yeah, there you go.
Fight with their mouth. Their mind is, and they're also living from a place of low frequency and vibration.
Yeah.
And the ones that are living from those low frequency and vibrations, they don't know any better. All they know is how to fight because they're in fight or flight.
Yeah.
There's fight or flight and there's rest and repair. And, the sympathetic and parasympathetic.
Sure.
The parasympathetic is the rest and repair. Most people are living in their sympathetic, which is their fight or flight. Nervous system is activated because of that. And people need, I'm a breath coach as well. I studied with Brian Marabella, also a wrestler. I wrestled in college and I met him actually when I All-Americaned in 1991. And he was there, and we became friends, and stayed friends till the.
That's right. Yeah,
he was a great guy. He's somebody you should have on the show.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, we should.
Breath work to professional athlete.
Oh wow, yeah.
Individuals, and when you connect to breath is life.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And it puts you into the now, and it also allows your body, your technology that was God given. That's how we're supposed to be breathing, and that's how we connect to ourselves, into our mind and our heart, and it sets us, brings us to homeostasis where we should be, So real quick, just on breath work, like if you breathe in through the nose for 4 seconds and out for 6 seconds, and you do that over and over, slowly, and breathe diaphragmatically. I've taught Chris this. I've taught a lot of people this. You calm down. You calm down. So if you're ever stressful or have anxiety or whatever, and you need to calm yourself down, you can just go simply to a 4-6 breath, slowly in for 4, out for 6, and just do it over and over, 5, 6, 7, 10 times till you're calm.
And both through the nose.
All through the nose, because nitric oxide is created. Nitric oxide opens up all the airways in your body to deliver the carbon dioxide delivers the oxygen throughout the body to all the organs and cells and bones and everything. We need to deliver all that oxygen properly throughout the body. And that if we're breathing to our mouth, if we're mouth breathing, we're putting ourselves in the fight or flight. So we need to not do that. We need to breathe through our nose, and nice and slow. If you look into the Buddhist or the Taoist and the meditation that they do, they're all breathing through the nose. Yes, there are times when I do mouth exercises, but those are for other reasons. And there's lots of meditation techniques that are taught throughout the world, in many different cultures and religions, and they're all beautiful. And I highly suggest everyone goes out there and they look into these techniques. I've gotten into some beautiful breath work where you go into each chakra, and you clear out those chakras with sounds, because frequency and sound clears out the negative energies of the body. And when your energy centers or chakras, and the colors that are associated with them, you can put into your mind the color. So then now we're thinking about the color and the proximity of the body, where it is, and then we're using a frequency to help clear that energy in that chakra, in that energy center. Yeah. So if we think about the body, we think about like how it works. Like I said earlier, we're electromagnetic.
Yes. Yeah.
We have crystals and minerals throughout our whole body, and that's how everything connects, through the crystals and minerals. That's why when we're eating, we need to eat minerals and nutrients, and we need to get biophotons and circadian rhythm from the earth, so that we vibrate all those energies through us properly, and we don't have any blockages. Blockages are created from the bad foods that we eat and the negative thoughts we have, and they create blockages throughout our technology. We need Flow.
So, yeah.
You need to be in flow. Everybody's heard. You need to be in flow, right?
Yeah.
Well, you can only get into flow when you're putting the right thoughts, the right food, the right drink into your body. Water without fluoride and chemtrails. We got to get rid of the chemtrails that are going into our water and our foods, and the glyphosate that's being sprayed on our vegetables, which is causing cancer and negative flow within the body. These are all things that we as a human race have to wake up. We have to wake up right now, and we have to understand and understand how our technology works and how the physical plane works and how God works, and reconnect to God and nature.
Yeah,
we have lost our way. We have lost our way. Our connection to God, our connection to Mother Earth, Gaia, has been lost.
Yeah.
The Indians had it beautifully. And greedy man destroyed a beautiful culture. You know, they were such beautiful people. I go to Lakota Indian sweat lodges all the time. I went for like a year and a half straight. And it's such a beautiful, you connect to all the elements of earth, you know, fire, wind, or air, earth, water, and the ether is really the fit, which is everything we can't see.
Yeah.
And by the way, we only see 2% of what we actually see. So, you know, just dimensions, going back to dimensions real quick, you know, everybody's like, what is he talking about? Dimensions. Well, think about this, guys. Think about vibration and frequency. Think about your radio station. Different channels.
Yeah.
So, you know, you can see different things on different channels, right? Well, if you raise your frequency, it's a different channel.
Yeah.
And now you can see things differently and understand and understand things differently. The guy that's getting fucked up and drinking and smoking and doing cocaine and doing all these things, he can't see what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm not drinking and drugging and doing all these things. That's why we're not on the same page.
Yeah.
A lot of times, and you said like I think back right now, it just sparked a memory. There's a lot of sharks in the film business. A lot of those sharks were doing drugs.
Yeah.
A lot of coke fiends in the industry. And I was screwed over by many individuals that were drug addicts or you overused it.
Heavy user. Yeah.
Functioning it. If you do it once a week, you're an addict. So there's many people that do it 2 and 3 times a week and think they're addicts, but they are addicted, and they're using it improperly, and their mind, body, and consciousness is being affected by that.
Yeah.
I was always screwed over by those guys. On Wall Street, I was screwed over by those types of individuals, and in the film industry, I was screwed over by those types of individuals. So, you know, for all of us to live in a much better society, we need to understand that those types of behaviors are going to affect our way of thinking and our way of acting. Our actions are affected by the way that we behave and act and think. And if we think it's okay to go out there and do that every night and do that every week, I'm sorry, guys, you're not going to vibrate at the right frequency. You're going to be vibrating with dark energies, and you get sucked into dark energies. Why do you think they call alcohol spirits?
So
Dark spirits pull you down into dark places.
Yeah.
You find yourself in dark. I found my place in something that was. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's because I drank a little too much tequila, right? I know. Yeah. Whoa, what am I doing over here? How do I get out of here?